When I started in the gym as a young, impressionable, skinny 17-year-old kid, one exercise and one movement spoke to me more than any of the others combined: the bench press. For those first few years in the gym, me and the bench press were inseparable. I loved nothing more than that feeling in your gut when you got under the bar of, oh shit, if I don't press this weight back up, I might die. However, over the last number of years, my love affair with the bench press has come to an end. Between crippling shoulder pain and the rise of optimal gym training, I no longer thought that the bench press was the best way for me to build my chest. But when I think back to when my physique looked best and my chest looked its best, it was when I was bench pressing, which got me thinking, is optimal actually optimal? And why the hell am I not bench pressing? Let's bench. I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you're watching this right now, my new 8-week group coaching transformation challenge with a cash prize for the winner is live on my coaching website. We're going to kick it off on Monday, the 17th of June. 8 weeks of coaching. There's a full video on the site detailing everything that's involved. Do me a favor, get involved. The more people, the merrier. It's going to be a bit of fun. It's going to be good intro to coaching, a hell of a lot more accessible than one-to-one online coaching. So, back to the video. It's a bit rude from those birds. I benched for the first time in over a year on Monday, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. So I'm going back in today, and I'm benching. I have no target weights or numbers. I have no spotter, nothing like that. But I said, I'm going to bring you along with me. I'm going to show you the bench session, just the benching portion. That's all we're going to really focus on. I'm going to mic up, talk you through what I'm thinking as I do it. And then we're going to come back and have a little chat about optimal versus non-optimal training. Cheers. After we've done 1 or 2 sets of the bar, typically throw 20 kg on either side, a little set of 60. Still warming up, just getting a feel for it before we start doing any work. So, quick little set, let's go. This is normally where I'll start to count what I'm doing. So this first, it's not really a working set, but we're still warm enough to see where we're going to go. It's the first set we're going to be trying a little bit. So 100 kg, this is what's going to make or break your session. How this moves will let you know it's going to be a good day, medium day, or a bad day on the bench press. It's always how I used to gauge it. So let's see. Not bad. Okay, 130 for one. Recruited a spot, let's go. All right, I'm gonna back it off. 110, set of 8, still have a spot. Easy work, let's go.
We got 10 last one. Anything in and around 8 here, I'm very, very happy with. And that'll probably leave it off then. I don't want to go crazy. So last set, best set. Let's go.
God, that felt good. For those of you who don't know, I've been kind of on and off battling with shoulder issues. In my right shoulder in particular, I have a torn labrum in my right shoulder, and I have had for about a year and a half. I can now manage the pain to an extent that I'm able to get in a bench. Any kind of overhead press movements are out of the question at the minute, but for whatever reason, bench and the stability that it brings is okay. So while that's there, I'm going to take full advantage of it. So what is optimal, and why did I stop benching? Optimal training means training in the way that is most conducive to muscle stimulation and muscle growth. This often involves exercises with a great focus on mind-muscle connection and the ability to perform the exercise in the most efficient and safest manner. I'm an advocate for this way of training. I will always preach form over weight to my clients. I think it's really important. Safety first in the gym. There's no point in going in and training like an idiot and injuring yourself. That's not conducive to anything. However, there is a nice animalistic feeling to going in and throwing some heavy ass weight around. I can't deny it. There was a real rise with optimal or science-based training over the last few years across TikTok and other kind of short form platforms with the likes of JPG Coaching, Jeff Nippard, who's been around for years, and more recently, Mike Israetel. And they've all got really good information. They're all legitimate, and I agree with an awful lot of what they say, because at the end of the day, who am I to argue with science? What I am here to argue with, though, is fun. I've had one of the best weeks of training that I've had in months, if not years. And it's because I had a little bit more fun in the gym. I went back to doing exercises that I haven't done in a long time, but I enjoy doing them. And this is what sparked this whole video idea for me, because while I was enjoying this week's training, it made me think, well, even though I would typically take a more optimal approach to my training, how can it be optimal if I'm not enjoying the gym as much as I can? If I'm not enjoying the gym, I'm not getting the most out of my training. And if I'm not getting the most out of my training, how could I claim that it's optimal? So while I agree with everything that, the experts in this area say, for the most part, I think there's a lot to be said for sometimes stripping it back to a simpler level and simply having fun. The bench press is a great example of this. It might not be the most optimal movement for building muscle. Sure, a dumbbell press might be better. Smith machine bench press, because you can really target the muscle that little bit more. But man, I love benching. I love that feeling. It's almost sparked or reignited my love for the gym just by doing something that simple. So I would say, while it might not be the absolute best for building muscle, if it's something that I enjoy doing more, maybe it's better for me. I think this bodybuilding fitness scene, it can get really overcomplicated at times for something that doesn't necessarily need to be complicated. One of the first questions that I ask my clients when they sign up is, are there any exercises that you enjoy doing in the gym right now? Are there any movements that you just like? And even if they say to me, yeah, I love X exercise and I don't think it's the best exercise they can do, if it's something they enjoy, why would I take it away? Sure, we could swap it out and do something that might produce a little bit more muscle growth over a period of 8 weeks. But why would I take away something that they love? Please take this into your own life and think about it yourself. Are you currently training in a way that's optimal based on what you've seen online? Or are you training in a way right now that you think is actually maximizing what you get out of the gym because it's things that you like and enjoy? Do I think you should go and only train muscles you enjoy or skip legs? No, that's not optimal. But what I would say is, if there's a movement you enjoy, if you love the leg press, but you've been told, it's probably not the best for targeting your quads, do the leg press. If you love the bench press, but you know it's not the best for growing your chest, do the bench press. Do more of what you enjoy, because that is what will ultimately be optimal for you.